Conclude your business with keeping Marandari, Shepard.
If you're wise, you'll stay far away.
I believe you lost this somewhere.
I thought this was lost to us, like so many other things. My gratitude.
May the Dread Wolf never hear. Footsteps, giant.
Watch your steps, Yam.
I don't know how
And
many
Iran
English
at
arrows
Tishan,
are trained.
stranger.
Right now.
Shemlin. Wonderful.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed? Do you have any pure iron bark in stock? What use is iron bark to you? I've never met a Shem who could bend it to his will. Either way, I'm out of stock. I do know where it can be found, but it is impossible to retrieve. Our people were forbidden from venturing to the area after we lost 2 of our best hunters there. What's the problem? Maybe I can give you a hand dealing with it. I find it insulting that you think you would succeed where we could not. The place is overrun by darkspawn. If we tried to eradicate them, we would risk the precious few hunters we have left. I'll show you where the area is. What you do with the information is up to you.
Why is it nobody ever seems happy to see us? Is that all you got? Nice work.
One less to worry about!
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. Her great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
You can't say every mage is corrupt.
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already. I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
Treating every mage like a criminal isn't the answer.
And not every mage deserves the benefit of the doubt. Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
You've brought back everything on the list. I'll get to work immediately. And of course, here is the reward I promised. Welcome back to Souls, my friend. Is brooding a... What am I, your servant? There's
There's a letter for you on the desk.
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
The estate is yours. Why are we still here?
Technically, the house is now property of the Viscount, since its owner died without an heir. If we went there now, we would just be squatters. But if the Viscount acknowledges our rights, we can get back more than the house. We can get back our name.
Grandmother didn't want you to leave. She tried holding on to you the only way she knew.
She would have been so proud of you. You're everything she wanted in an Amel grandchild. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, all three of you. Carver. He was such a little boy. Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes.
He was so young. Never got to be the man he wanted.
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me. I remember that awful creature reaching down and 18 years of loving and feeding and raising, and that was it.
Blame the darkspawn, not yourself.
The ogre would have been happy with any prey. It was my fault it was Carver. I miss him. There were 4 of us when the Blight began. It will never be over while there are just 3. I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartrand's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home. I don't like what I'm hearing about you getting caught up in all this business between them.
I'll let you sleep.
Think of your...
I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to give us the estate.
To circle down on her.
So, what? Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket. I tried, you know, when Leandra left. But no one was ever going to live up to her.
What was she like? As a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it. I got some good tips on trade in Kunari cheeses. And, you know, a man's got needs. I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
I'm sure you did your best.
Don't try to butter me up, lad. I changed their filthy sheets and wiped their chins through 2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra. I'm not looking for love, but at least I got the money.
And here I was, just about to like you.
got you!
Messing with us is suicidal.
Master Hawke, Ariane tells me you sought a better path than the Circle for her son Fainriel. I thought perhaps you would be willing to show mages a kindness once more.
Can I get the details before I agree?
There are a number of apostates hiding in those caverns.
And you've allowed this?
I was hoping you might speak to the group. Convince them to surrender peacefully before my fellow Templars arrive.
Who are these apostates? Where did they come from?
These are the mages of the former Circle at Starkhaven. It burned to the ground, and their Templars sent for us to relocate the survivors. Unfortunately, they escaped on the journey. With their phylacteries burned, it has been nearly impossible to track them.
What's a phylactery?
When a mage joins the Circle, the first enchanter takes a sample of his blood. It is used as a focus to track the mage should he escape.
Do the other Templars intend to do worse than recapture the mages?
Sir Karas is a Knight Lieutenant of the Templars, a great crony of Meredith. Should he find apostates hiding from pursuit, Meredith will consider him justified in murdering the lot of them.
Who's Meredith?
You have clearly not been in Kirkwall long. Meredith is Knight Commander. She has changed the rules for mages in Kirkwall. They are less free than elsewhere. Though I dare say she has created as much dissent as obedience.
I would not like to see this become a massacre.
Thank you. Your compassion does you credit. These mages have shown they attack Templars on sight. You have a better chance than I to convince them they are better off alive in the Circle than free and dead. Sir Karas hunts them as well. If they have not surrendered by the time he arrives, this will be a bloodbath.
Only one way out for these mages now.
Now we can relax.
Don't get full of yourself.
Maker's blessing. I thought I was going to die down here in this tomb. Are you with the Templars? Please, I need to go back to the Circle. I never wanted to get involved in this. Not when he started making those things.
Are you saying the other mages raised the dead?
Decimus. It was his decision. He kept saying the Templars would label us blood mages if we fled. Why not use it if it's our best tool? He slit his wrist, and the magic, it rose from the blood and woke the skeletons in the cave. I ran. Decimus is wrong. Blood magic is a work of evil, not just a power the Templars keep from us for spite.
The Templar Thrask is waiting outside. Surrender to him and you won't be hurt.
I surrender. Take me to the Templars. I don't want anything to do with this blood magic. The rest of them, they're still following Decimus. He's gone mad. I think he'd kill us all just to take the Templars down.
They're here! The Templars have come to take us back to the Circle!
Decimus, no! Stay your hand. These are no Templars.
What do I care what shield they carry? If they challenge us, the dead themselves will meet the call!
You killed him! Oh, Decimus. You should have listened to me, love. You are one of us. But you wear no mark of the Circle. How is it you side against your own?
That man was a blood mage. I don't have to be part of the Circle to know that is wrong.
Decimus gave us the courage to face the Templars. Without him, we would be prisoners still.
He obviously meant a lot to you.
He was our future. Until he came, we never thought to fight back. I told Decimus he was gone too far, but he said it was the only way to protect us. To protect me.
She won't admit it, but it's obvious she's just as corrupted.
I swear to you, I have had no truck with demons. Please, we only want our freedom. Without your help, the Templars will execute us all for Decimus's crimes.
What do you ask of me?
There is a Templar who followed us. You must have met him when you entered. Kill him, and we can get clear of Kirkwall before the Templars send more men.
I would not see these mages killed. But if we start murdering Templars, we'll draw their fury down on us.
They would have us kill a man for doing the just work of a Templar.
Will you buy us time to flee Kirkwall?
Leave it to me. By the time I'm done, these Templars will swear that the sky is green.
Your confidence almost makes me believe you. But I spent 2 weeks traveling with these Templars. They strike first and think after. They are far easier to kill than to fool.
Well done, everyone.
Watch yourself. Having a member of the guard along carries little weight here.
Are you trying to tell me this boy is all that's left of the apostates?
I ran away when they began to use blood magic, sir.
They are not in the cavern, Sir Karas. I have thoroughly explored.
Who is this?
Tell him who we are.
I'm astonished Sir Thrask didn't mention that Sir Hawke, Knight Lieutenant of the Order in Ferelden, was here at the Knight Commander's personal invitation.
Yes, I was just about to tell him.
We've completed our investigation of the mages in those caverns. There is no one left inside.
One of the cowards ran out the back. You should go after him.
Right. Their leader fled the battlefield ahead of us. Bloody coward left his own people to die. I caught only a glimpse, but it looked like the back passages led out to the coast. I sent your men that way.
We can still catch up if we go around the caverns. That's the faster route.
The coast, you say? Men, fan out, search the shore. We will retrieve these corpses later. I will commend you to the Knight Commander, Sir Hawke.
Thank you, my friend.
I didn't think you could do it. Truly, you must be able to charm a miser out of his last coin. I did not think any of us would leave those caverns alive.
It won't be an easy path, trying to live free as a mage.
But it will be my path. Please, accept my staff as a reward. It has the mark of Starkhaven on it. I dare not carry it now. It should bring a good price. Now, we must flee as far as we can before nightfall. Thank you, friend.